Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for him.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. We've got Hood, and it's Anderson in its small forward. And for Brooklyn, we've got Hicks, and it's Thornton in at the 5, home in the paint. This deep into the year, Greg, do you expect guys to start slowing down a little bit?
Well, if you're prepping for the postseason, you could ease back a little minutes-wise, but if you're on the bubble, it is still go time every game.
Here's McNeil. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. And that one's good by Davis.
Well, when you grab the offensive rebound, you're already right there at the rim. It makes the putback that much easier.
Outside, Murphy. Back to Anderson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Anderson.
Yeah, he's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
McNeil kicks to Green. A floater off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Outside, Murphy. We played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Grantham. He's guarded by Davis. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Murphy. That one's in, his first shot this game. Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Lets it go from 14. Again, the Nets for 2.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Now here's Hood. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Pass to Hicks. And here's Thornton. Outside, Davis to the right side. Lets it fly. McNeil misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And there it is for him. Murphy's got his second bucket of the night.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Here's McNeil. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Anderson outside. Pass to Grantham. And it's Hood in the corner. Anderson outside. Just 5 to shoot. A miss that time. Would have put him up. The Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Graham against Hood. Outside for Davis. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. And at last, they get one to fall.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
And the basket by Murphy.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Graham. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Pass to Davis. And they double up Davis to the left side wing. Here's Hicks. He's guarded by Murphy. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. The Pelicans leading. Anderson outside. Pass to Murphy. Back to Anderson. Pocket 6. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
You can't have a better start than that. Connecting on 4 of your first 5 field goal attempts.
McNeil passes to Hicks. Pulls up on the wing. Here's Thornton. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
A nice shot by Anderson.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's McNeil. Still scoreless. Thornton up on top. Pass to Hicks. For Hood. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Pelicans leading by 5. Here's Grantham. Now here's Anderson. Left side Murphy. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's McNeil. He's covered by Anderson.
Well, he is fighting through it right now, still looking to get his first make of the quarter, but it's been an ugly start.
Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Thornton. Thornton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hicks kicks to Davis. Pass to Graham. Outside for Davis. Here's Hicks. Thornton a screen on Murphy. And the 3 ball is good.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Hood with it. No scoring in this one. Here's Anderson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Nets trail by 7. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Yeah, these teams are a little different from last year, and I think it's anyone's game. I can't wait to see how they match up.
teams making substitutions here. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. Number 1, the Nets. The Pelicans 4th.
And both of these teams are really lighting it up from long range, shooting with tremendous confidence. This is a great game to watch. You almost have to expect a shootout when they meet.
On the wing, Davis. Pass to Ross, and here is Graham, defended by Carter. 6 on the shot clock. Graham with the bucket. Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Suns.
And I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
Well, that gave them a huge edge in the game because free throw shooting often determines the outcome.
Here's Graham. 6 points for him. Over Carter. Again, the Nets for 2.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Anderson outside. Carter with a screen on Ross. Anderson can't get it to go.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
That's tipped. There's the 3. Anderson can't get that one to fall. Nets trail by 5. Down low. Let's go. It's tipped. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. New Orleans making a switch here. Lewis is checked in.
Isaac Lewis.
Anderson against Ross. They set the pick. From 13, that one's in. His first shot this game.
Well, that's a shot that some defenses can give up, but not to that guy.
Outside, Murphy to the inside. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
And let's check out the stats for Ross. His last 10 games, he's averaging 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
And that's such a valuable tool for this team. His defense can really shift the momentum.
Nets trail by 3. Now here's Cummings. Thornton a screen on Carter. Back to Thornton. Sevich, Graham defending. On the wing, Murphy. Douglas setting the pick for Murphy. Good on the triple. Murphy's got 13.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
Ross on the wing. Here's Woodson. Defended by Douglas. Counting.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And there's a minute 45 left here in the opening quarter. Douglas with the screen on Ross. The shot by Murphy. No one around. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Now Cummings. Scoreless thus far. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it goes down 2 points. Now just a 2-point Pelican lead.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Got a piece of it. Here's Thornton, and it's Thornton finishing it off.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
And it's the Pelicans' ball. Carter with a screen on Graham. Outside, Murphy. Shot clock at 6. Over Ross. Murphy can't hit.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Pass to Ross. Back to Graham. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Shooting 2.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so he makes both from the line. The Pelicans shooting an impressive 60% early. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Nets lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
And we talk about winning games at the margins all the time. That's exactly what they're doing because they are throwing bodies on the offensive glass.
Cummings is out there with Barkley. Then it's Woodson. And it's Thornton in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Pass to Barkley. Clock at 6. And here is Cummings. Here's Woodson. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Here's Carter. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And it's a 3-point New Orleans lead.
Oh, how pretty was that? Use the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter.
All right, that's 2 fouls. Not a big deal, but you don't want to pick up that third before the half.
Hicks checked in for Barkley. Saunders, he's checked in for New Orleans. Hood comes in for Ross. Here's Thornton. Pass to Cummings. There's the pick. Here's Woodson. Off target with his 3.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
Now here is Carter. He had 22 points in the win against Phoenix.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him. And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here is Carter. He's got 5. Got 3 off the mark. Here's Hicks, defended by Carter. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
New Orleans making a switch here. Douglas is checked in.
1 shot.
So, Tim, here's a word you often hear teams talk about, and that's culture. How does an organization create the right culture?
Well, I think, Kevin, you establish core values and then you make those non-negotiable. When everybody connects with that and connects to those values, you really have something special.
Holding on to the rope and pulling in the same direction.
That's what it's all about.
Here is Cummings, following the score by New Orleans. On the wing, Thornton. 6 for 6. He's got the miss from the field. The Pelicans trail. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Pelicans.
Get loud. Here they are.
The Nets making a switch here. Barkley's checked in. Here we get a moment now to view the league's stingiest defenses. Number 1, the Nets.
Well, we can talk about their defensive rating and their pace of play and all of those things, but the bottom line is this team is hard to score on.
Good up top. He's guarded by Ross. Here's Hood. Still yet to score. Carter misses the layup.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Barkley kicks to Hicks. Pass to Thornton. And it's slammed in by Thornton.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Shoots from the elbow. And it's Grantham missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Hicks passes to Barkley. Shoots the 3. Pelicans with the rebound. And here's Carter. He has 7. And it's Grantham missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here is Barkley. They lead by 4. There's the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Trains the three-pointer. Ross has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Carter with a screen on Barkley. Sebic defended by Barkley. Here's Grantham. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Barkley. Here's Woodson. From outside, off the mark. Now here's Hood. Carter outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Carter's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Pelicans.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Timeout called, the Nets.
You have the catwalk all to yourself. What are you going to do? Two left feet there.
See the stat sheet here for him.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Davis, the pass to Graham. Here's Hicks. 6 points for him. 6 to shoot. The three from Davis.
Come on.
The rebound by Anderson.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Lets the three fly. And again, New Orleans with the triple. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Hicks. 7.5 points a game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And the Nets making a change here. Fields checked in. And New Orleans also making a change. Douglas is checked in. Graham surveying the floor. Davis. Here's Fields. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here is Carter. He's got 10. Anderson outside. Fires for 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Outside, Davis. Back to Graham. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Carter. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Floats it up for Murphy. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Carter. Really been a key contributor over the past month. Averaging about 16 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
Well, I just love his mentality and his approach. He is always ready to go when called upon.
Now here's Hood. He has yet to score. The shot's good from Douglas. Now it's a 4-point Pelican lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Graham. Rebounded by Douglas. On offense, here are the Pelicans. This run now up to 13-2. Pass to Carter. And here's Anderson. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. And it's Carter missing.
And even with good coverage defensively, that he has confidence to drill the three.
And Ross with the slam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now here is Carter. 10 points for him. Pass to Anderson. Here's the three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Well, when you shoot that poorly from deep, the odds of winning get really slim and it hurts.
Graham with the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Carter against Graham. Douglas setting the pick for Murphy. He can't get it to go. Nets have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice efficient 50%. Hicks kicks to Davis. Fields dishes to Graham. Banked in off the glass. Graham's got 4 this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Carter looking around. Here's Anderson. Outside, Murphy. Inside, Fields with the steal. Here he goes. Hicks passes to Graham. Oh, good on the triple. New Orleans has gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. The shot's good from Carter.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
There's 1:17 left now here in the second. Here's Hicks. He's got 6. Pass to Davis. Graham inside the line. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Graham's got 16 points. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Here they are.
So both teams making some changes here. And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. Number 1, the Nets.
And over the last 10 games, they have done a great job at getting the shots they want and shooting a high percentage.
.54 seconds left in the first half of basketball. He gets it in there. Grantham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it's been an exciting game. Both teams really fighting this one out.
Davis inside. Up and in on the layup. And the Nets lead by 1.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. That shot wide open. Murphy's got 16.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Outside, Davis. Here's Graham. Pelicans with the rebound. Hood deciding where to go with it. And here's Anderson for three. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Pelicans on top. They're up by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Welcome to our 2K Sports studio. The Brooklyn Nets find themselves in quite a battle here tonight.
My bed is the best you can buy, but it ain't as soft as their defense right now. They got to shore up that side of the ball.
I think Shaq needs a nap. Somebody's tired of watching Bad D. And during that first half of play, these two leading the way for their respective teams.
Yeah, these two are getting after it. They're working overtime to be the guy. They've got each other fired up.
It's almost like they're playing their own game of one-on-one. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game it's been so far. The Pelicans leading. So the Pelican 5 right now. They've got Anderson. And it's Murphy in at the 2. And stolen by Thornton. Here's McNeil. Here's Hicks. And Davis wide open. He shoots. It's good from long range. Davis has got the first bucket of the third here for the Nets. Well, for New Orleans, shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Anderson outside. Outside Murphy. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Here's McNeil. Nothing on the board. To the paint. Here's Thornton. No good. Shot missing. Bring him against Hood. Anderson outside. 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Off target from three-point range. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to McNeil. Now here's Graham. Covered by Hood. Graham against Hood. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the basket by Thornton.
Well, his scoring ability is why this game is all tied up. A few more key possessions like that, and they could start to pull away.
Now here's Hood. Pass to Grantham. Pulls it up. Offensive rebound. And Anderson kicks to Murphy. Here's Grantham. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
Here's McNeil. Thornton. Anderson. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Anderson's got 6